Hey, let me just remind you, Katt Williams is one funny dude, and this guy, he uses the N-word a lot. I bet you he doesn't want to see the banning of the N-word from comedy clubs.
Yeah, I would like to know how he feels about the Michael Richards controversy.
Let me play a little Katt Williams. Oh, there's Katt anyway. All right, I was going to play a little Katt Williams to get everybody in the mood, but...
I guess you'll sit here and listen to it with us.
Katt, you want to sit and listen to some of your stuff while we remind people of some of your great comedy stylings? All right, here we go. Here's Katt Williams talking about getting shot, actually. This is a good bit right here.
To my niggas, I know you got to be hard. A black man in America, you gotta be a hard motherfucker, but we all know niggas that's hard all the motherfucking time. You can't forget to enjoy your goddamn life. We all know niggas that's hard at 7 o'clock in the motherfucking morning. You like, nigga, wait a minute, nigga. You angry at breakfast, nigga? You gangbanging on bacon, nigga? This is... I know 50 Cent done made it real cool to be shot. Let me just say, I've been shot before. Ain't shit cool about it. When I got shot, ain't no bitches come out, ain't no music play, nothing. The fucked up part, when I got shot, I wasn't even in the altercation. I'm outside the club watching some other niggas. Look at these crazy niggas. Oh shit, that nigga got a gun, nigga. It's better be good. Bam! Wait a minute, Jesus! Down, 1032, bitch!
Welcome.
This is bullshit. I done got blood in my perm, nigga. I'm finna black out.
Is that a true story that you actually got shot outside a club and you weren't even involved?
Yeah, every single joke is the absolute truth.
It's the real deal.
Yeah, there's no jokes about being a squirrel or none of that.
Where did you get shot? In what part of the body?
In my thigh meat.
Wow, you're lucky. I mean, you're lucky to be alive.
Yeah, but I was unlucky to be shot.
Right, that's true too.
You know, so it had to even out.
It really sucks when you're minding your own business and you get shot. You don't mind, at least, if you're getting shot.
I always wonder, though, about the people who stand around looking at trouble.
Well, see, the thing is, you never know. By the time you find out it's trouble, like, there's a very small space in between that's trouble and the actual trouble.
Really?
Yeah, sometimes you catch it at the tail end. Like, you don't know they've been arguing for 30 minutes. You just walked out.
You're not really aware of it.
Well, that's how the police shot, somebody 50 times.
Well, yeah, these things happen.
Things happen in the course of seconds.
It gets crazy.
Yeah.
Things escalate.
But I seem to be able to get out of town before the trouble really goes down.
And that's a good thing.
You've been lucky so far.
I see people looking at each other and I can say, I'm out of here.
Yeah, I know. You and I are pussies. We run immediately when there's trouble.
Yeah, but pussies are the ones that are around to tell the stories.
That's true.
Let me tell you what happened to this brave guy.
You talk about the N-word. We always are fascinated. We say you use the N-word in your act more than any comedian that we can think of.
And when we heard about the band the other day they're trying to enact, we were thinking of you, and we said, your act is gone.
Now, when you probably panicked when you heard about Michael Richards using the N-word at a club and Jesse Jackson calling for the end of the N-word being used. I mean,
I couldn't believe that they called Jesse.
Why would you call Jesse? Jesse's busy with Hymietown. It's the last guy you should call.
I mean, doesn't Jesse have other things to do? Like, first of all comics are wrong that are bashing him.
Right.
Like, they're not thinking about the craft. The comedy ground is sacred. That's why you are a comic, so you can say whatever you want to say. So you can talk about the intricacies of an open vagina for 30 minutes. That's the forum for you to do that. For you to, I mean, what are you talking about? He said nigga in front of black people. How more gangster do you want him to be? I'm mad when you say it and there's none around.
Right.
Don't you think, though, that Michael Richards is a guy who probably doesn't have a real good act? He's probably not that funny on stage.
Have you seen him on stage at all?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think this is one of his best sets.
This was the funniest he's ever been.
He's never had a set that the whole nation talked about. I can guarantee you that.
Do you know the sales of Seinfeld have actually gone up?
Why wouldn't they?
Right. Well, I mean, Jesse Jackson called for a boycott of Seinfeld.
It didn't work out.
Okay, let me explain something to you about the relevance. I love Jesse Jackson.
Okay.
But when's the last time you saw a march? I mean, niggas. Come on now.
Nobody's really following Jesse Jackson anymore?
I'm saying, like, I would listen to Condoleezza Rice first.
Jesse's not your leader?
Jesse can't call
I understand what Jesse did, and I understand his importance in our community.
Right.
But
he's not
for this.
Not for this kind of stuff.
This is not what you call Jesse for. You call Jesse when there's hostages. You know what I mean? Overseas, you call him to get hostages released. You don't call him because a white dude said nigga.
But do you think the outcry is relevant? I mean, the other day we played Whoopi Goldberg on Hannity and Combs or something, and Whoopi didn't know what to say.
She said she can't comment until she really thinks this whole thing through.
That's because that's a real comic there. There is a dilemma. Am I happy he said it? No, of course not.
But you don't want to see...
by obligation, I have to hit him when I see him.
Right.
I have to.
You have to beat him.
Yeah. I don't have to beat him.
Right.
I just have to hit him.
But you defend his right to say it.
Absolutely.
Right, I understand. You know, here is where we quote you a lot. From this particular part of your act. In fact, Artie does a pretty damn good impression of you doing this. But this is where you use the N-word
Well, you
so
even
much.
Coin a new word.
Yes. Let's listen in and then talk about this.
Thank you.
I'm just saying, ladies, stop tripping on shit that don't even motherfucking matter. Never in the history of niggerdom has a nigga... Never in the history of niggerdom has a nigga been getting ready to have sex with a woman and changed his mind because her fingernails and toenails didn't match. Not never has a nigga been putting a condom on and went, bitch, is that plum and red? I can't even do it, bitch. I'm out of here. I can't even do it. Just saying, ladies, stop worrying about shit that don't matter. Some of y'all done had some babies. Now you got some stretch marks. You walking around the house bitter, blaming the baby, showing the baby your high school picture, talking about, look what you did to me. Fuck that. If your man got a problem with your stretch marks, I suggest you stop fucking with bitch niggas. That's what I say.
That's right.
That's what I say.
Well, that's true.
I think I speak for all real niggas in attendance today when I say we ain't got time to worry about no shit like stretch marks. We know they either came from one of two things. Nigga, either you was big and got small, or you was small and got big. Either way, we fucking. Either way.
You'll fuck anyone. You're not going to sit there and concentrate on one little stretch mark or one little imperfection. You're a real man. And if there's a woman who's ready to have sex with you, you're not going to sit there and turn it down based on a stretch mark.
I've just never had a woman without imperfections.
That's right.
And I kind of prefer them where I can see them. Like, if your imperfection is physical, I'm good.
Right.
I have a problem when it's mental.
The mental scares you.
Then you really get you in trouble.
When you're off mentally, that I can't fix that. I cannot look at your stretch marks.
When you say never in the history of niggerdom,
yes,
has a nigger, blah, 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 blah. That's why now Paul Mooney, who I know and is a friend of the show, he says he's dropping the N-word. He's giving it up.
Okay, that is the funniest thing I've ever heard. And, of course, I respect his right to choose. I just think it's funny that you've lived all this time. Like, all this time you've lived, and you've been a comic for 25 years. Wait a minute, what? A white comic said nigger, that's it. I'll never say it again.
It's going to change all of comedy.
He said it hit him in a way it had never hit him before.
For Pryor, it was going to Africa.
Right.
For Paul Mooney, it was
Michael
Kramer.
Yeah. Well, you know, I don't believe Paul.
Whatever saves you.
I believe Paul will be back to using the N-word within a month.
I believe it's an addiction with him.
Yes, and he's funny as hell with it.
He's going to fall off the wagon so hard.
He has used that word here and gotten big laughs.
Absolutely. He's been using it his whole career.
That's right.
Tim Chronicles 3, I'm not doing any cussing at all, just so you know.
Is that right?
I'm doing it completely clean.
Is that true?
Just to show people you can? Is that what that is all about?
I used to do clean comedy for 2-3 years, so, and that's all I would do. So, yeah, I want to show the range. But, yeah, I still use the word in everyday life.
We were so excited about you coming in the last time. We had discovered you as a comedian, and we felt that
We've been playing your clips. We were looking forward to meeting you.
Wanted to get to know you, and then you had this ridiculous altercation where you forgot to... You accidentally brought a gun to the airport, I guess, is what I read. That's
an interesting take on the story.
What happened?
What happened?
Well, it's a federal case, so I can just tell you so much.
Right.
But,
what, are you a spy? Or?
No, well, it's a federal case because
it's a federal case,
anytime you get caught with a weapon in an airport, you know.
Yeah, it's federal.
If there was a weapon.
You know, this happens.
No, there was one. I was holding it.
You're not the first comedian to have this happen. I remember Sam Kinison got caught with a gun at the airport. And I said, Sam, why would you go to the airport with a gun? I mean, of all places, you know they're going to find a gun. And he said that some girlfriend who was pissed at him shoved it in his bag right before he was leaving. I mean, maybe you should say that.
No, my story is worse.
What is your story?
My story is worse. Like, you got to understand, we actually checked weapons that day. Like, went through the real procedure and checked weapons. Like, we already had done that. So, This weapon, we went to the range right before we came to the airport, the whole staff, and this was an inoperable gun. And I had told the driver, just throw it in one of the bags, take it to my house and put it in. But he put it in a bag we were taking to the airport. So I kind of got, I was kind of fortunate that it wasn't loaded or any of that because it didn't work. But I have kids, so we don't leave them even in the truck because, the limo driver's got to take my kids to school. So, it was unfortunate, but the TSA and the police were really nice about it. I can't like be mad. See, Kennison got set up.
Right.
I made an error.
Right, but how many days? You spent some time in jail because of it.
Yeah, because they didn't give me bail.
No, that had they didn't because of it's a federal case.
Well, yeah, and, I had another previous issue.
What was the
previous charge? What happened?
Same thing.
We're like
Same
parents.
thing? You had a gun at the airport?
No.
Yeah. Yeah.
Do we need to go to commercial or anything?
No commercial.
But this is terrible.
Can we talk about Kramer?
But here
it's crazy that he said N-word like that.
But here you are. You're on a career roll. I mean, you're doing great.
Yeah.
And as you even said, it's the day your record was coming out, your CD, and this is the happiest day.
Supposed to be the
if you could have seen my face, it was probably the saddest, most comical moment. Just me going, what? There's a what? Not today.
That's awful.
Yeah.
Do you ever feel like, gee, you have like a black cloud over your head? Like sometimes you don't have any of that vibe.
No, see, you gotta understand. I have to take my lumps like a man. I've been really, really blessed for a long time. So certain stuff like that, I gotta chalk it up to, stupid. I did 400 cities. And made one error, and I'm not in a position now to make errors. But you got to understand, 4 months ago I went to jail and nobody cared at all.
Right.
It was no big deal.
Don't you feel
4 months ago, what were you doing?
The same stuff I'm doing now.
Don't you feel
I'm
like
still the same dude?
No. I just mean, why did they lock you up? They don't lock people up for being comedians.
You want me to tell you why?
Uh-oh, what happened?
I don't know. I just know that the previous charge that was similar to this one was bringing stuff on a plane, but it wasn't regular guns. It was stun guns.
Oh, you can't bring a stun gun on a plane?
Well, I wasn't on the plane. This was checked under the luggage. And again, they let me check my weapons. But this is Michigan. They said, a stun gun is illegal. Like, my assistant carries a stun gun. We walking around with $100,000 in cash on us. So, I don't want her to have a pistol, but I don't want her to be defenseless.
Right.
So she had a stun gun, and they gave me a felony weapons charge for that.
Good Lord.
Why are you walking around with $100,000 in cash? Why do that? Why not?
Ever heard of banks and checks?
Yeah, I mean,
I have to get to the bank.
Because you paid.
I'm out of town. I'm saying.
Right.
I'm saying
but
I
there's
do stand
wire
up.
transfers. There's all kinds of things.
A
lot of gigs do pay.
You gotta understand, I'm not that type of dude. I just became that dude. I've been a regular dude this whole time.
This is all new to you.
Yeah, I'm saying if you pay me in cash, I like cash.
Sure.
I prefer cash to a transfer.
You're damn right, so do
and
I.
I keep dudes around me to make sure we're good, but I'm a target anyway.
But again, the comedians and guns thing, I really don't get.
Okay, can I explain it to you?
Yes.
No.
All right, let me explain it to you. You know how the rap world is, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Okay, I got as much money as 80% of all rappers.
Mm-hmm.
And I look like I got money when I walk out.
You got
So there are dudes that they hear you're going to be in town 4 weeks to 6 weeks before you get there. They live in that town. They know what hotels you're going to stay at. They know where your after party is. They know where you're performing. And they know where the back door is.
Mm-hmm.
And they know the limo driver that's driving the limo. And they know the bouncer that's at the club you're doing the after party at. So they wait for you because they know chances are they can jack you and you can't retaliate because you got to be in another city the next day. So you can't press charges. Plus, how would that look?
It's not good.
So it's like, you got to understand, 14 rappers or their associates have been shot in the past 9 months.
But how many comedians?
I'm not your average comedian, ma'am.
Okay.
You're more like a part of the rap community.
I'm something else. It's a different time.
Yeah.
So have you had to pull a gun on somebody?
I've had home invasion robbers at my house. I've had 7 dudes in Cleveland come to the hotel room with their guns out and masks on.
You're kidding me.
No. So I'm like,
I mean, you just started making some money. That sucks. I mean, you can't even hold on to your money. It's like the Wild West.
It's perception. It's perception.
It's like the Wild West out there.
It really is. It really is.
Yeah, really.
So you got,
and you can't go
you
to
got
the
bad
cops.
people on one side and you got cops on the other side.
But you can't go to the cops because then in the rap community, comedy community, the black community, you're going to look like a sellout.
Right. I mean, it's just something you chalk up to the game.
Man. Now, why doesn't this happen to Ray Romano? Why is it happening to you?
Ray Romano and I live in
Two
entirely
different
worlds. And we have, you know.
Is there a lot of jealousy now that you're making it? Is that what you're saying, too? A lot of brothers want to get your stuff?
No.
Katt's up at the hotel and he's got $100,000.
Too personal.
Too personal.
It's just a lot of people are doing bad in today's society.
This is business.
It's
unfortunate.
the side effect.
Because you got to walk around. I see you got a security guard that's the size of a wall. I mean, that's a big guy.
And 7 others.
7 security guys. And you got to pay for all that.
Absolutely.
So you got a lot of overhead.
But I got 8 kids, and I got to make it home at the end of the day, and that's all that matters.
But when the guys were in your hotel room with masks and guns, how did you get out?
They were in the hallway.
How did you handle that? I mean, what happened?
Yeah, how'd you get out?
How many guys did I say they had?
I don't know.
I don't remember.
I said they had 7.
Yes.
Right. So how do you get out?
I got 8.
Oh, you had 8. So you were able to take care of it.
So you guys had to
fight your way out.
You don't have to fight your way out. They just turn around and there's 7 dudes standing behind them.
Right.
So they were outgunned.
I mean, it is what it is. I don't want to go into it as if it's an issue. It's not an issue.
No. I just wondered. I mean, you brought it up.
It's just what happened.
How did you get out?
Well, wait a second. This is depressing. Here you are, a guy who does comedy for a living.
It doesn't sound like show business so much fun anymore.
Yeah, you're starting to make some money. This is depressing to me that you can't even walk around without 8 guys around you, that you lost your freedom, and that you can't even go to an airport without a stun gun, without people trying to rip you off. I mean, there's something's got to give.
And yet I'm having the time of my life.
You are. You're happy.
I really am. Because I don't take any of it personally. I just understand that there are prices you have to pay for stuff.
So many people are after you. This is horrible.
But it's not just me. They're after something better. Like they need, they need 20 grand. 20 grand will change their life. You can't be mad at that. I was that way longer than I was this way. So
Katt, when you say you play Cleveland, though, how many seats you do at an average show? Like how many people are at a show?
6,000.
So 6,000 people, and you get paid that night. It's usually a one-nighter.
Yeah. And I can only do 2 shows.
Right.
Yeah.
So you would think that these guys who try to jack you and stuff would know how you roll by now, and they'd wait for someone, like me to come through town. I have 7 guys show up at my Cleveland hotel room. I'm giving them my money then.
I'm saying they robbed David Copperfield for crying out loud.
Yeah,
we're not talking about just
he was walking down some street, and they got the girls. He didn't give up his money.
Right. I don't care if you take my girl's money.
So it's Copperfield.
Yeah.
But you don't think the message is out by now that Katt Williams it's not going to be a cakewalk if you try to
now
roll
they
him for
come
money.
with 9 guys because he's got 8.
You got an army behind you.
I'm saying you have to. Nothing matters like Tupac, Biggie,
right?
A lot of money. 2 dudes shot with no vest on.
Oh, you wearing a vest?
Every single day.
Okay.
You wear a vest every day?
Everywhere.
It's hard to wear, man. It definitely disrupts your fashion because in the summer you don't want to be walking around with a vest.
Why?
Because it's,
That's what deodorant's for.
Wow.
I'm glad Katt's here. Can we ask Katt if he would wait 3 weeks for a check from Dice?
No way he would. He wants to be paid that night.
Exactly. My point.
You're kidding me. Maybe it's easier if you. Maybe you got to stop dealing in cash. You got to start getting checks. I know sometimes checks can bounce.
We did stop that, but I'm saying they don't know that.
Right.
The assumption is you've got something. If they get 1 ring, that's
they get that necklace.
That's somebody's.
Yeah.
So you got to wear a vest every single day?
Every single day.
Oh, for crying out loud! This is crazy.
Funny.
Yeah, my assistant wears one.
And you're telling me that also, so when you went to the airport, you're like, hey, it's hard to keep track of all this equipment and guns and everything that you got to...
No, I mean...
You got to protect yourself.
There was a mistake. Yeah.
Right. So what's going to happen with this case? Are they going to give you a break? Don't you wish you could just go to those guys and say, look, just give me a break?
Yeah. They're not going to.
They're not going to give you a break.
And you said just before, you went to the airport the last time, you'd done a gun check and you just can't... You go to the shooting range,
Yeah, the whole staff.
Yeah.
Do you think you're going to have to do time over this?
I don't know. I can't really afford to think about it. I mean, like it was a regrettable accident, but you pay for accidents all the time.
But they can take into consideration. I hope you have an understanding judge who'll take into
I would hope
it wasn't a working gun, it wasn't loaded.
Right. I hope so. I can't
get yourself a Jewish lawyer?
I can't beat myself over that, huh?
Do you get yourself a Jewish lawyer?
As a matter of fact, I do.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
All right, well, there you go.
Then maybe you'll get off.
Maybe now you stand a chance.
Yeah.
Have you ever done jail time?
Not as much as this could be.
Wow. How much are they saying you could go away for? Really?
3 to 5.
Oh.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Ooh. This is depressing, man.
Let's do the sound effect. Oh. Robin's good at
3 to
sound
5.
effects.
I wouldn't last a day in jail. I'd get my ass raped.
No, you'd be fine.
Yeah, you'd
I
be
can't
there.
fight.
You'd
You
have a
could last
home,
a
a
day.
family, and a house with a picket
You're big.
fence.
I mean, like, people want to
I'm a
talk
skinny
to you.
motherfucker, though.
Yeah, but they want to talk to you.
Yeah, maybe they'll talk to me.
You might have to pay some bails or something.
Man, doing time, man, that's scary. We have a friend that just did a year, and he was miserable. I mean, it just was horrible.
If anybody at home wants to know what jail is like, just go to your closet, go in, shut the door. Stay there for 5 hours. That's what it's
Not bad, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not bad.
Yeah, by the way, for Cabby's benefit, Cabby's going to have the money at the end of that night, not me.
Right. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, put on your bulletproof.
I won't have
Don't
any money.
come looking for Artie.
Cabby will have the money that night.
Although I'll tell you what, you got some big guys around you. Everyone, that was the talk when you showed up here, and everyone was looking in the green room. They were like, "Holy shit, this
Yeah,
guy
I didn't
Katt's
see
got
the entourage.
you got big dudes." I got a bodyguard. I think he's 64 years old, and you should see this guy.
Probably terribly efficient.
I wonder what the hell. Ronnie,
I was talking about your bodyguard situation the other day, and I said, yeah, when I finally
Ronnie's
met,
like mafia, though. Like,
Please.
Ronnie can be 64.
he's pretend mafia.
Ronnie's an old Jew.
But how do you know? You know, because as soon as you walk in, he's like, how you doing
He
there?
better
Yeah.
be connected.
How you doing this? Look here, you need to sign this paper here.
I know.
But I was telling
You go
somebody,
rest with the fishes.
when I met Richard Pryor, he was already, in his, I
Richard
guess,
Pryor.
late 50s or whatever. And he had the oldest bodyguards, and you knew they had
Right.
been with him forever.
Right.
But these guys weren't stopping anybody.
Yeah, he was
They
probably
probably
like
had
me.
guns from the Civil War. They
Right.
probably would shot you first.
They had like those. You had to get a musket.
Right, you have to tamp down the powder and the whole
Yeah.
thing.
You wait 30 minutes to see what happens to you.
Let me load this fucker up. I'm going to shoot you. Randy, you're on the air in Patterson, New Jersey. You're on with Katt, and let me plug your CD at least, too. Hey, guys, where is that plug? Katt Williams.
You know.
Hey, Katt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Katt, how you doing, dude? I saw you in that Fridays movie, man. That was the sickest.
Thank you, sir.
Whatever happened with that chick that was in that movie with you, man? That broad was the hottest broad in the world.
Yeah, Katie Allberry. You know, she was a model. She
White
was a model
chick, black
before.
chick? What are we
Black
talking
chick.
about? Black chick?
She was one of the Fanta girls. You remember that?
You bang her?
Yeah.
She was in Scorpion King.
Did you bang her?
Hey, guys, where is that plug?
And she also did...
All
Is
right.
Howard talking to me?
Yeah.
That's a bounce.
That's a bounce from his phone.
Right.
Did you have sex with her?
Who's that?
The hot chick in the movie?
No, of
No?
course not.
You married, man?
No, of course not.
You've got 8 kids, though.
Yeah, 7 adopted.
A 7 adopted?
Yeah.
You are a wild cat.
And nobody objected to your adoptions. They
would they?
objected to Madonna.
Why would they object?
No.
I'm a better parent.
You're a better parent than Madonna.
Yeah,
Okay.
Now, what do you mean you adopted 7 kids? What's all races or just black kids?
just black kid.
Because I want to see a black guy adopt a white kid. You never see that.
Do
going
you
on.
have white kids? Or no?
No.
No, you didn't do that.
That's, yeah. I mean, I'm black, and there's a lot of black kids.
What
Yeah.
made you? I mean, that seems like a very good thing you did, that you adopted these kids.
I try to do as much good as I can. Like,
Yeah.
not just for, I'm not saying for other people, I'm just saying for me. You know what I mean? Like, you say stuff when you're not famous, like what you would do if you could just get a break and some good things could happen to you, and then you got to live up to something.
But how do you have time to take care of all these kids? You're on the road all the time.
That's all I got time for. The
Really?
rest of this is just for that.
What's the age range?
18 months to 11.
Wow.
And do you have nannies and stuff that watch
Yeah,
these
yeah.
kids?
Yeah, my cousin Crystal is 24 hours. She's at the house. I got Miss Harvey, who is 24 hours. She's 53. She got 7 biological kids of her own that she raised that are all in colleges.
See, I feel Robin should be involved in this adoption stuff. I feel you should have a whole bunch of kids
Is that
adopted.
right?
Yeah, with all the God's
I
blessings.
try to help people with their kids.
No, I see.
Remember, like at the end of Schindler's List, you could sell your
really.
boat.
I could sell my boat, or I could, get out of town when things go bad with them on it.
Katt Williams' comedy album, Pimp Chronicles Part 1, is available in stores now, and Katt is currently on his House of Blues Live Nation tour. For tour dates, go to kattwilliams.com. And look for Katt's hip-hop album, It's Pimpin' Pimpin', in stores early next year. You got a lot going on. So would you grow up in a horrible neighborhood?
No, I grew up in a wonderful neighborhood in Dayton, Ohio.
No ghetto?
We thought it was a ghetto, but,
Yeah.
in
Was it a
comparison
tough
to the
neighborhood?
stuff you see in New York, no, it wasn't a ghetto, huh?
Was it a tough neighborhood?
You know, we thought it was.
Yeah.
In retrospect, no, it wasn't.
Really?
They thought they were living ghetto and they weren't.
Of course, I've been to Haiti, so there isn't any ghettos other than Port-au-Prince. Like, the rest of it is a cheap knockoff.
So things are going well for you, man.
Yeah.
I'm happy for you.
I mean, they're wonderful. Like, they're really wonderful.
Right.
Like, you don't expect a comic to sell 1 million ringtones.
No.
Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
On a 70% cut.
Wow.
Nice.
Come on. That's unheard of. So I don't complain about whatever's bad.
What does that mean, a ringtone? Like when the phone...
I know people tell me about
a guy's
these
cell
ringtones.
phone
Ringtones
rings,
are hot.
And it says like, and it's you going, in the history of niggerdom.
Nigga, pick up the phone.
Nigga, pick up the phone.
Yeah, like that's a ringtone. That's what you hear when somebody calls you.
I would love that as a ringtone. You go into the niggerdom.
Give me $3.
So wait, you get $3 for every one of them? So you got $3 million off
They sell
that.
them for $2.99, and you know you get a portion of that. But generally, it's music, so you got to pay a lot of people. It was just me talking. So
can I tell you something? Yeah. I've had about 1 million companies come to me about these ringtone things.
Well, it sounds like
very
you got
lucrative.
you two have fan bases that could probably.
But like, I said.
You would be the biggest of all time.
But I'm different than Katt in the respect that I got a sort of a different career thing going, and I feel like between satellite and Howard TV, like we sell enough stuff to the audience. You know what I mean?
But this is like a different thing. It really isn't. I know what you're thinking. Like you're ripping them off with like a beer mug or something. It's a fan of yours going, I want Howard saying, hey now on my phone.
Well, I don't know.
It's almost like a favor.
Seven
you know what I mean?
figures.
Because I buy ringtones. The people I like.
How do you download that onto your phone, huh?
Yeah, I mean, it's like if Gilligan's Island, if the theme song from Gilligan's Island makes you laugh, why not give yourself an opportunity to laugh 30 times a day? Every time somebody calls, it comes on and you laugh. And
See,
you
this
need
is
that.
a generational thing. We're not into the whole ring.
No, but a kid my age.
What are you saying? I'm an old fart?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
All right.
A guy my age, I'm 39. I went to the Who concert with this guy, 39 years old.
Yeah.
And he's got Who Are You by The Who on his thing. The Who gets paid for that.
Right.
They do?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, absolutely.
How come people just don't rip that off?
Remember, we started playing those David Lynch ringtones. I Like to Kill Deer is
That's a good ringtone. I want that. Now, I'm looking at the bling on you, this ring you're wearing. I mean, a ring like that's got to be $1 million, right?
No.
What? Look at the size of that rock.
Don't say it. Have to be 10 guys in Cleveland and
why are you
mask.
doing that?
What do you mean?
Because he's already got problems.
These are Swarovski crystals.
No, but I mean, you're wearing a watch. I don't know how many diamonds are in that thing. I mean, what does that watch cost? Is that $100,000?
No, I can't spend that on a watch.
It looks like
it's going to cost me $8 million to get these kids in a crappy college.
Right.
Yeah, so.
I can't believe the responsibilities you're taking on as a young man. I mean, that's a lot.
Now, are these all
great
official adoptions, or are these...
No, they're the play ones.
No.
That
Some
black men are famous for.
No, you know how families are. They take in a cousin, a nephew, or whatever.
No. These are Department of Children's Services.
Really?
Yeah, this is
they all call him Dad, if that's what you're asking.
No. I just wondered if he actually went to the Social Services Department and filed all the papers and did all that.
And you have one biological kid?
Yeah.
And now with the...
See the special one?
No.
No, you shoot all the kids.
He feels special.
Rules all over the overall.
No. Everybody knows he's special. Like, like it's unsaid, you know.
Right.
How old's he?
11.
Oh, she's the oldest one.
Yeah.
Well, there's a complicated life, I tell you, man.
Yeah, I don't know how you... I mean, you go to PTA meetings for all those kids?
You're way more giving than I am. I got to be honest with you.
So
you shame me as a human being.
So you had a kid, and then you said to yourself, I make a good living, and I want to try to help other kids. So you adopted...
And you continue to adopt. Are you going to adopt some more?
No, I'm done.
Yeah,
you know,
I could tell. You know all their names?
I don't do cocaine. Like, and you have to look at the autobiography of great comics. And if you're trying to be a great comic, you got to understand there's certain pitfalls that you can fall into. Like, almost everybody's falling into them. So I'm just trying to subtract and keep myself focused. Like, I got other stuff I got to do. Like, I don't, you know.
And you know all the kids' names and everything.
Yeah.
That's good for you. I like that.
I forgot I was supposed to get credit for that.
You get extra
I'm going to
credit.
remind them of that.
You know, I can tell from your comedy act that you're a father because you came out against Michael Jackson very strongly because you said, I have kids. I got to. Let's listen into that.
Michael Jackson is freed in a motherfucker smelling like little boys' booty holes, and I'm supposed to be excited. Fuck Michael. I know I'm supposed to be happy because he used to be black. I know, I remember. Fuck that. Michael forgot he was a nigga. He forgot he was a nigga. He forgot he was a nigga. That it was us supporting him. We had that big ass, greasy ass, bell pepper ass nose. That was us. Didn't the motherfucker want to get white? And we kept giving the nigga chances and shit with the Villa-Lago shit. You know that ain't no real goddamn shit. What nigga you know called Villa-Lago? It be a line as big as a motherfucker to catch Villa-Lago. You mean I can get my credit rating up to 720 by catching this shit? Fuck Micah. Fuck him. Fuck him. I don't give a fuck how good you can sing and dance. I got babies, you nasty motherfucker. You can't play with little boys' booty holes, and some of y'all looking at me like I can't believe you saying that. It's a setup. Fuck a setup. Don't nobody say the same shit about you for 20 goddamn years. What the fuck is you talking about?
You got a good point there.
Oh, goodness.
20 years, there's got to be something to it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ralph,
it's crazy.
Katt's a good comedian.
Very good.
Very good.
Hey, in all seriousness, I'm having trouble understanding something.
Okay.
Katt, why with the guns and, like, you know, you sort of make yourself a target with, like, 90 guys and, you know, all the flashy jewelry and all this stuff. Like, you know, why don't you play it down a little bit and maybe you wouldn't be a target? If that's the problem. Like,
well,
why can't you guys stop with the guns?
Right. You're absolutely right. I could play it down, but that's not what I'm in it for.
Yeah, but what sorry, go ahead.
I'm just saying that's like telling the dude that's got money, like, don't get a Bentley because people will steal it.
Yeah, but get the Bentley and drive it to a nice neighborhood where you're not going to get jacked or something. Like, I saw this picture of Jennifer.
My fan base is not there, sir. Like, it's a treacherous road, but I gotta walk it. I mean, I can't.
What's so treacherous about a comedy club? I mean, like Artie, come on. I mean,
well,
he's not playing clubs though, Ralph. It's like it's a different thing, you know. It's
and he's got a fan base. He's drawing that fan base.
Right.
So you're saying your fan base is like is an element, an undesirable element that's going to shoot you?
I don't call them undesirable.
Well, I would if they're bringing guns to your show and going to shoot you, take your money.
Well, whose shows do you think there aren't any guns at? I mean, it's just a different element.
I mean, pretty much any...
I mean, I went to Coldplay at the Hollywood Bowl, and I don't think too many people had guns there. But on the other hand, my fan base is not Coldplay.
I think your fan base is what you're saying, if I'm getting educated here, is more of a rap community kind of fan base, and that
there's that element, yeah.
And that the fact of the matter is that if you're carrying around,
well, we're not talking about my fans either. My fans aren't the ones.
Right.
It's not the people at the concert. It's not them.
You need to start making observations about socks and airplanes.
Right, yeah, you start talking about stewardesses and stuff.
Who else is going to your concert if they're not a fan? You mean people go there just to...
No, he's saying
you're getting robbed from the
stage.
We're
not talking about the fans. The fans aren't who we're talking about here.
He's saying that after the concert, there are guys who know that he's a performer and that he might have some cash on him and he might be an easy guy to jack, to use the vernacular.
When I said 14 people have been shot or either killed in the hip-hop community, I mean in the last 9 months, and I don't mean comics. I mean there's a broad range. These basketball players get hemmed up all the time. Like, people just wait on them and see their car, they're in a Lamborghini, they follow them to the gas station, and they get to the gas station and they pull out a gun on them. It happens.
Jerry,
you just don't hear about it.
You're on the air in Newark.
How you doing? Before I get to my question, I'll explain to you a little bit. I think what Katt is trying to say, Howard, is the comedy that he does is more like, and it's like the hip hop community. It's more like the drug game. It's all like it's all intertwined, where you can get got at any moment. You know what I mean? It's like you can be. And they'll get somebody for $5,000. It doesn't matter if it's $100,000 or $5,000. They got the opportunity to get somebody.
Well, that's pretty sad.
And he's not ready to move out of the hood or avoid the hood.
Well, that's sad.
Well, he's not going to, in his words, if his fans see him leaving the hood or scared to go into the hood, he'll lose his fan base.
I hear you. All right. So I still say it's sad.
My question is, though, is how the hell did you get cased up by the feds and then get a bail? Niggas like us, we get cased up by the feds, we don't get no bail.
Yeah. Well, how
you get a bail?
They try. Well, first of all, it wasn't like, it was on somebody else. First of all, like it was on me. I don't have a track record as that type of dude. You follow what I'm saying? So they took. Did it have something to do with who I am? I would certainly hope so, or else I worked this hard for nothing. Like, when you start off as a regular dude, you're trying to get rich and famous so you don't have to go through stuff regular dudes have to go through. But
Oh, so you saying you didn't have to put up a bail? So it's like
No, I did have to put up a humongous bail.
But they eventually put up a bail.
I see. So like the niggas like me that live in the hood, they know we ain't got no money, so they don't need to come at us with bail. But they know you got money, so they'll hit you with a bail.
Yeah, your bail. If they think you can pay the bail, they're gonna make it as high as you can pay.
Shit, I mean, I get caught with a gun. They're gonna give me $1 million bail from the dickhead. They know I can't pay that.
Right. Well, you know,
they'll probably come to you with a $5 million bill.
I bet you now you got to leave guns home when you go to the airport. You got to make extra sure.
I'm walking around like Mahatma Gandhi right now. Like you can't even hand me a fork right now.
Right, that's good. I like that. That's smart. Yeah. Let's go to Cabby, who wants to say hello.
Oh, our jailbird friend.
Yeah, now Cabby just got out of prison himself. Cabby, hi.
What's going on, sir?
I'm a fan, Katt, and I just wonder, do you think there's some kind of black celebrity justice that goes around? I mean, you got OJ. Look at Wesley Snipes. Wesley Snipes is $12 million to the government in taxes.
Yeah.
Yet a guy like me talks about not filing my taxes on the radio, and I go to prison for a year, but Wesley Snipes get a deal because, what, he's black and he's famous?
What, did Wesley Snipes get a deal? He's just out of the country.
He's coming back in the country, and he's cutting a deal with the government so he doesn't have to go to prison.
Well, he's giving him money. You don't have money to give him, Cab. I mean, it's all about cash.
The money wasn't the issue in my case, and the judge even said that. He was making a fucking example.
Cabby, if you had money, it would have been an issue, believe me. You could have went, and Wesley Snipes was probably giving the government like $8 million at a 12 or something.
Okay, but no offense, Katt Williams carries a gun in the motherfucking airport after 9/11, and that's okay? You guys are making it
okay. He's okay. He's in trouble right now.
Do you know what they got me up against? Like, it's not okay, even close.
He's up against federal gun charges, Cab.
Were you in a possession with a gun? Are you a former felon?
Yeah, he was found in possession of a gun.
No, but what I'm saying is, Katt, have you ever been convicted of a felony before?
Sir, I know everybody else in this studio might know you, but I don't even know who you are to be answering that type of question.
That's a very personal question.
What I'm saying is I was in prison with guys who were convicted felons who got popped with a gun, and they get 20 fucking years.
What are you mad at him for?
Why are you mad at him?
Did you want me to ask for worse treatment? Is that what you're...
You need to have 20 years, no 3 to 5.
Black justice usually means you get more time. What are you talking about?
I was hoping that they gave me a stern warning and put me on my plane. That's what I was hoping for.
Yeah. Cabby, it's true you went to jail. I don't think Katt's saying Katt has a very real possibility of going to jail.
Cabby's trying to make it like there's a special justice for black people and they don't have to do time.
There's green justice.
No, this is special
money. Craziest thing I've ever heard.
This is special justice for black people. I don't know.
Did you see who was in jail with you?
OJ got...
OJ.
Oh, OJ.
What does OJ have to do with black people?
OJ wasn't convicted.
OJ's white.
It's like Michael Jackson, you sit there and say he's not black anymore, but that motherfucker...
By the way, Wesley Snipes has never made a deal with the government yet.
I don't know what Cabby's screaming about.
No, I'm telling you, I know for a fact. You watch. Wesley Snipes...
Maury, you're on the air.
Yeah, and your TV was talking to you a few months ago.
Let's list all the things Cabby's known for a fact. I love that list.
I love Cabby, but, man, he's way out there. Maury, go ahead. You're on the air.
Hey, guys, how you doing? Listen, check it out. Fucking Katt, why don't you tell these guys you're a pimp and get these hoes in there, man?
Oh, you are a pimp, huh?
Are you a pimp?
Oh, Katt Williams the biggest motherfucking pimp ever.
Oh, that's cool.
Right?
Bigger than Snoop Dogg? Katt, are you a bigger pimp than Snoop Dogg?
No.
You are not?
No.
Are you a pimp? Did you ever pimp?
You do roll with Snoop, though.
Did you ever
pimp? Hold on a second. Did you ever pimp?
Hold on, there's too many people talking. Something's wrong with these headphones. I can't even... Would you guys be quiet while Howard is talking to me?
Were you ever a pimp? Come on.
This is the biggest thing in my life.
Katt, come on. Did you ever actually, like, turn it...
I'm pimping now.
Are you?
But we don't call that... We're not talking about putting women on the street.
No.
What are you talking about?
We're talking about a whole nother... This is like with ringtones. It's a whole nother lane. It's like...
You ever sell a woman to a man?
No, I've sold a couple people for stuff, you know, not just women, you know.
What
the hell you're into.
What are you talking about?
Yeah, what are you talking about?
You're selling people?
Aren't we all?
Yes.
You're selling your voice right now, Robin. That's
I'm selling
pimping.
my voice.
There's people right now digging dishes listening to you.
Right.
You're a pimp.
I'm a pimp?
Yeah.
How you get these so-called bitches to work for you? How does that work?
No. You're talking antiquated now. You're talking. Yeah.
Are you talking about?
That's not what we mean when we're talking about.
Just about getting paid?
Absolutely.
All right.
Strictly in financial terms.
All right, but you're not talking about you ever like.
Because I'm going back to the social services now. If you're a pimp.
Have you ever been a whore master?
I don't know what you guys do.
All right, that's what
Some of this lingo is throwing me, you know.
Kevin, you're on the air with Katt.
Robin gets all the terms.
Pimpin'.
What's going on, Pimp? You good?
I'm doing good, man. I'm calling from Ohio also, Toledo, Ohio. I just want to let you know.
Go Buckeyes.
Thank you. I just want to let you know that I think that you're one of the best comedians I've ever seen.
I appreciate. That's saying a lot, sir. I appreciate that.
Well, that's great. That's
no problem.
All right.
I needed a call like that right now.
Everybody be cool. Hey, and tell them fools to quit asking you all these crazy questions, man.
Yeah, I know. It's getting bad. I think it's my fault. I should have clammed up from the beginning.
Well, why is that crazy? We're interested
we're just asking. Katt was arrested before he could get in our studio.
Yeah, he was almost here.
I can dig it, but it just sounds like there's a little tension there. That Cabby sounded like he was really upset.
Cabby's, allowed.
Cabby's bitter. He did a year in jail.
Yeah, he's a bitter cat.
And he thinks that everybody's doing less time than him.
And he's trying to make it a racial issue.
Yeah.
Well, I tell you what, Cabby, it'll be all right. And Katt, you keep strong, man. Keep strong.
I appreciate it.
There you go. Well, Katt, I want to congratulate you on your comedy album. We play a lot of your stuff around here.
I appreciate it,
and we are big fans. And I'm sorry you got to walk around with a bulletproof vest and 8 guards.
I'm worried.
I really am. Okay. I'm sorry for you.
Yeah, I mean, I'm going to be worried about you when you go out there.
Yeah, we're going to worry about you.
I'm getting ready to buy an island off the Dominican Republic.
Is that right?
I wouldn't worry about it. It's okay. It's all right.
Well, just as long as it's off the Dominican Republic.
Yeah, I just got to get there privately.
I was going to ask you if you were a millionaire, but we better keep quiet about it.
Yeah, really.
Katt Williams' comedy album.
$20,000 a year.
Pimp Chronicles, Part 1, is available in stores now. He's doing very well because he's a funny guy.
Yes.
And Katt is currently on his House of Blues Live Nation tour. For tour dates, go to KattWilliams.com. And Katt is spelled K-A-T-T.
100 cities. We'll be close to you shortly.
Yeah.
All right.
And be careful when you go to the show. Everybody just suit up. And you know what I mean by that.
Yeah, I don't know whether to tell you to take your gun or leave your gun. I don't know.
I'm taking my gun. Look for Katt's hip-hop album. It's Pimpin' in stores early next year. Listen. Every man likes to go to the firing range. I certainly understand that. I'm there. I go.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Pop. Yeah.
That's right. You know I like that.
I know
what are those
like
sound
that.
effects? Anybody else hear that?
Never heard that? Anyway, Katt, thanks, man.
Thank you.
I really do hope this whole thing works out okay for you.
What?
Yeah, I'm sure it will.
Oh, the
yeah.
charges. I forgot.
I feel awful if you were in jail. What a waste.
Oh, what a horror.
Yeah.
I don't even think about it.
How do you make me laugh about that? See, that's awful.
No pussy for 3 years. That'd be rough.
Yeah. Somehow I think
You can get pussy.
I'm going to get more. Can you?
Yeah, you can.
If you can get heroin, you ought to be able to get...
You'd think, wouldn't you?
You got to. I don't think you can get...
What?
Pussy in jail.
Yeah, you
can. But you can get heroin. I mean,
but you can't
craziest.
you can't
slip that
stick
through.
pussy in your ass.
No, I mean, like, guards look the other way, and you go, fuck.
But, Katt, you're a small guy. I mean...
Not really, like...
Really? How tall are you?
Like, I'm scared. See, you don't want to fight me. Like, I'm scared. Like, immediately, like, no matter who I'm fighting, I'm scared.
Will you fight back if a man punches you, or will you just crawl up into a hole and hope for the best?
No, I'm going to let him pull his penis out and everything.
Oh, really?
You get right to that point, sir. Yeah, you almost have it in? Good, I'll take that.
No, I mean,
They'll find me with that in your hand.
You know how to handle yourself, right? You've been in some fights.
I just always think I'm going to die, so I fight like it.
You do. You fight like it's your last fight.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
All right. So you know how to handle yourself.
Like a WNBA girl. I'm not like that.
You know karate and stuff? All right. Okay.
He said karate.
You don't know any karate?
Thank you. No.
You don't know any katas or any of that?
I've seen Pilates done. Maybe that will help.
You don't want to use Pilates in jail.
Yeah, a wounded tree will probably go over quite nicely.
Yeah. Well, Katt, great to meet you.
It's been a thrill.
We're all big fans of yours, and everyone go out and get the album. We'll be back right after these words with lots more.